Okay, a very interesting development has happened in the pageant world. We have found out that, oh my gosh, Halima Aden is a contestant for Miss Universe. Now, we're not 100% sure if she's going to be competing at Miss Universe 2020 or at another Miss Universe pageant in the future, but I think it's more than likely that she's going to be competing at the upcoming Miss Universe pageant. So, who is Halima? Let's start with who Halima is. She's a Somali American fashion model. She was the first woman to wear a hijab in the Miss Minnesota USA pageant, where she was a semi-finalist. This was in 2016. Let me just see, she is now 23 years old. And then ever since then, she got a lot of attention, and she's modeled for fashion houses, the biggest fashion houses in the world. She has been on runways. She's a celebrity, a bona fide celebrity. She's very, very famous and one of the most recognizable faces in fashion in the world, right up there with Gigi Hadid and Kendall Jenner. She's a very recognizable face because she is so unique in the fact that she wears hijab and she dresses modestly. She recently came out saying that she's been very unhappy with some of the jobs she's done. She's made bad decisions, and she's done things that have been against her better judgment as a hijabi woman, and she has regrets. Just to comment on that, I felt so touched when she said that, because I remember her obviously because I follow pageants, and I was very fascinated to see how a hijabi woman would fit into the fashion world, into mainstream fashion. How would that work? And there were some things that she did, some photo shoots, particularly one where she was on a cover of a magazine and she was doing a sign like the devil horn sign, and I found that image so jarring that you would have someone in hijab who is clearly expressing their religious views. She's Muslim, she's proud to be Muslim, she's actually religious, and then juxtaposed with her giving the devil sign. And from that I was like, oh my gosh, she's part of this world of evil people, and she's just trying to, like, I actually disliked her from that because I thought she was part of that evil world. Now to hear her speak out against that, and she actually used that example of when she was doing that sign, and say that she regrets it and it was terrible, and she just said yes to many jobs because of the wonderful opportunity, and she was seduced by that world. And now I completely understand that and relate to that, and I'm so happy that she's speaking out against that, because it's going to inspire so many other people to stand their ground and stand firm in their beliefs, even if it means they're going to lose out fantastic opportunities. Because I remember seeing that and being so disturbed, because that's a sign you see with all these celebrities and all that, and you just don't expect to see if it's someone who is a religious person, someone who's either Muslim or Christian. Like, why would you be doing a devil sign? I know that's what all the celebrities do. I don't know who, they have their own, I don't know who they worship. But to see that on her was very, very disturbing and very sad. And so it's great to see that she is still Muslim and she still loves God, and she's not part of that world anymore. So now with the pageant, she has bought the franchise or the rights to Miss Universe Somalia. So she owns the organization, basically, the rights to send a contestant to Miss Universe representing Somalia. So she owns the organization, she bought the rights, and she has crowned herself, which is her prerogative to do so. Just to note, she was not born in Somalia. She was born in Kenya. Just want to yes, she was born in Kakuma, Kenya, and then she moved to USA. So she's never lived there, but she's of Somali descent. Now she has this very close relationship with the IMG organization and with the Miss Universe organization. She's been a judge at a Miss USA pageant. She has shot with Fadil, the photographer. So she's very much in that organization. So it does, to me, when I initially heard this, I was taken aback, because I thought, that's very odd that, you know, someone with that close ties to the organization, who almost seems above a title holder, if you're a judge, like you're almost above it, and now she's going to be judged. That's odd. I felt that very, very strange, and immediately my initial reaction was, oh, okay, so then she's the winner. She's Miss Universe 2020, game over. How that must suck for all the other contestants. And then, you know, I thought about it more. I thought it's possible that she might not win, but she will definitely place. I don't see how she would not place. So she'll definitely place, and place quite highly, which in and of itself is fair, because if she's a great contestant, she's a great contestant. But it's also unfair because of the close ties she has to the organization, right? And I think there's a conflict of interest. I think there's a conflict of interest. I really do. And so she may not win, but she might place highly, and that takes a spot from somebody else. And I think that in of itself is wrong. And I'm basically not comfortable with it at all. And I was just thinking, if the scenario that she does win, that's going to create incredible publicity for the Miss Universe organization. They are going to get more attention for crowning a hijabi woman, a black woman, a Somalian woman, first ever Miss Universe Somali, yeah. And it's just gonna get so much great attention for them, which, because there's a lot of stuff clearly going wrong with the Miss Universe organization financially, maybe that's what they want. Maybe they want to gain more traction, and maybe that create that into opportunities to generate more income for the organization. I don't know, but my skeptical mind is just thinking that this is very unfair for other contestants who just want a fair shot at the competition. Now they are competing against someone who is tied to the organization in multiple ways. Also, they're dealing with someone who has a platform that supersedes Miss Universe. Nobody cares about what Miss Universe 2014 has to say. Nobody cares what Miss Universe 2012 or 2011 or 2009 has to say. And I'm not talking about the pageant world. The pageant world, we care, we know them, we love them. The other world that's outside of the pageant world, they don't know the names of these winners. They don't care. They might care on the night of the event, what happens and all that. But generally, they're not a big deal. But Halima has transcended the pageant world. She's gone into the mainstream world. She's been on BBC. She's been interviewed by journalists for big publications. So it's just odd that you would almost take a step down when you don't need that platform. A lot of other contestants, this platform would be the biggest platform they've had in their life, and they can jump from that. She's had as many big platforms as you can possibly have. This would just be another thing, but not something that she particularly needs. She sent her message out there. She's advocated. She's modeled for all the big fashion brands that you could possibly want to model for. She's done it all. This is a step down, and it takes an opportunity from someone who actually needs Miss Universe or could really truly benefit from having such a big platform. So it's very odd, and I've never seen this happen before, where a contestant is almost bigger than the organization she's competing in. So that's really strange to me, and that's what makes me think she's gonna win, because I just think, why would you do it and not win? If you're not gonna win, or you don't think that you're gonna win, or I don't know, it's just very, very strange. With that said, it has not been confirmed with absolute certainty that she's competing for the current pageant, for the upcoming pageant, and maybe things will change, but for me it left a very bad taste in my mouth. And that being said, I like Halima. I admire her for being a pioneer for hijabi women. So this is not personal. It's just, is it fair? Is it not a conflict of interest? What next? Could you have the organizer's daughter competing? Right? That is not allowed, right? Because it's a conflict of interest. She's not anyone's daughter. She's not anyone's child in the organization. but she's still very much linked with the organization, very much in bed with the organization, in terms of she's done photo shoots with a photographer before, she has judged a pageant before. So I just don't know how other contestants are supposed to compete with someone with that close ties with IMG. She's signed to IMG Models, so I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that it is unfair, but I'm willing to be swayed. I don't know, and we will see what happens in the future. Please subscribe to my channel for more pageant content as we get more pageants and we inch closer and closer to more international pageants happening.